How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. I'm in a different spot today. I'm just in the hills between a place called Castel de Castells and Benichembla in just north of Alicante in the mountains. My better half, Esther, has gone to Holland to catch up with my in-laws and her family, with her mother and the rest of the clan up there. And yeah, I couldn't go, so I thought, well, best thing I can do is take a few days off to myself and come up into the hills and have a walk around. So this is where I am. If you can see, it's just beautiful. I'll just give you a 360 here. Absolutely, you know, there's just, it's lovely and warm. It's a bit breezy up here, so I hope you can hear me. So today I just wanted to talk about, you know, showing your real emotions after a while, after you've been drinking. You know, when you drink alcohol, a lot of your emotions are, I'll just try and, when you drink alcohol, a lot of your emotions are sort of used up or hidden away with the alcohol. You know, as soon as you feel an emotion coming up, as soon as you feel like you're going to feel especially a bad emotion. I mean, we all love to be happy, we all love to be joyous, and you know, we all try and, you know, get whatever buzzes we can with the alcohol, you know. Sorry, I'm just trying to, I'm sort of halfway down, so I'm trying to carry a little battery pack with me. My phone is nearly dead, and I bought Esther gave me one of her little battery packs, so I've got it plugged into the side of the phone now. But it's just trying to carry it with this, whatever you call it, the stick. You know, one of the things, as I said, that I used to always do as soon as any bad emotions came up, were anything that I thought I couldn't handle, was I'd have a drink straight away, you know, or I'd be thinking about drinking straight away. And you know, it's just not a good way to be. It's you're sort of dead, you know, you're not alive when you do things like that. When you medicate yourself and you try and close off yourself from all outside emotions, your emotions are there for a reason. It's like pain. You know, when you have pain in your body, it's telling you something. It's telling you to do something. You know, if you get a step on a thumbtack, you know, a drawing pin, step on something sharp, and it goes into the bottom of your foot, and there's a reason why your body is telling you to, you know, lift up your foot, and your foot is screaming in pain, is because there is something that can, if it damages your foot, there's a chance that you know, the damage could get worse and worse and worse, you know. So when we feel physical pain, there is a reason, and there's also a reason why we feel emotional pain. And there's no point in hiding the pain and trying to run away from it, because it just doesn't work. I'm going to stand over here because the wind is fairly high up here. I'll turn my back to there's a nice view behind me anyway. Yeah, you know, when you get emotional pain, it's there for a reason. It's telling you something. It's saying to you, look, you've got to deal with this, you know. And when you don't deal with it, when you self-medicate, there's a consequence to that, because you're obviously not going to deal with it, you know. So whatever it is, whether it's happy emotions, uplifted emotions, or sad emotions, they're there for a reason, and you have to experience them. You have to go through them, you know. Even if they're emotions that you don't particularly like, you still have to put yourself through these emotions, you know. I think when I was drinking, I was self-medicating that much that a lot of my emotions just died inside me. Not died because when you stop drinking, or when you start drinking, or you stop drinking, when you stop drinking, when you stop drinking, your emotions start to gradually come back. When my wife died 10 years ago now, I was a drinker before that, but I really hit the bottle after that, and I really didn't want anything to do with anyone else in that way. You know, I didn't want to fall in love with anyone else because it was so difficult. You know, it's a very, even now it's a difficult thing to talk about, because it's you know, you fear getting your heart broken again. You know, somebody that you really love has just disappeared and you're never going to see them again, you know. And you know, to see that, to experience that, and you know, to go through it and say to yourself, yeah, well, I've got something I can do about this, and that's get pissed every night, and you don't have to think about it. You know, when you're drunk, you don't have to think about any of those things. You do think about them. I mean, whenever I used to drink, I used to a lot of the time listen to sad music, and the drunker I got, the sadder the music got, and the more miserable I became, you know. And you know, I'd end up, before going to bed, a blubbering wreck in front of whatever, you know, sitting down with my tin in my hand, glass of wine in the hand, or whatever it was. And you know, how sad is that, you know? You know, just, and I knew it was a sad situation. I knew it was a bad situation to be in. And I met Esther sort of 2 years later, and it took me a long, long time to sort of come around, and really only after I stopped drinking and I stopped trying to drown out those emotions did I really start to feel those emotions again, you know, feel that kind of, you know. And it's hard when you're going out with somebody and you're trying to build a life with somebody to still have those emotions closeted up in the background. So, you know, I can come up here now, and the first 2 kilometers of this walk, I was just full of joy. I was laughing my head off. And then I hit some fairly steep hills for the next 2 kilometers, and that soon wiped a smile off my face. But it's all downhill from here. I'm going to go down here now and all the way back around. I've got a place booked today through Airbnb. I'm going to stay there overnight, see how this works out, because it's really cheap. It's only 25 euros a night for a 4-bedroom house, real basic Spanish house. The guy that's renting the house, he's a Spanish guy. What's his name? Morris, I think. You know, a strange name for a Spanish guy. But anyway, I'm going to see how that is, because there are so many walks around here. I mean, look at the mountain over there. You see that? You know, that is, I'd love to walk that. I don't know if there's any way of getting up that, any tracks or anything like that. Yeah, I'd love to get up that. Anyway, just to say that, you know, your emotions do come back. You need your emotions. You need both ends of the scale. You need the joy as well as you need the sorrow. You need to feel that sorrow as well, you know. People don't think that you need to go through that kind of stuff, but you do. You know, there's times in your life when you just feel that way, and it's like they say, you can't. Somebody who never looks at the dark can never know the light, truly know the light, and somebody who never sees the light can never truly know the dark, you know. So if you if you don't see these opposite ends of the spectrum, you're not really alive, you know. And you know, when you stop drinking, there might be, for the first few weeks, for the first maybe a couple of months, there might be a roller coaster of emotions, you know. A lot of people go through that. I didn't personally. I sort of went through, it was like a gradual coming out of my shell. That's the way I felt it was like, you know. It took me a while. It took me a while to get over the cravings and all that kind of stuff, and settle down with my sleep and everything. Sort of, you know, it was, like I say, it's habit gravity. So you've got a steep hill to climb, a lot like this, and then the rest of it is all downhill, you know. You know, downhill in a good way, that it's easier, it gets easier. You get onto a plateau, and eventually it's a slight downhill ride from there on in, as far as the alcohol is concerned. You know, and if you're going through an emotional roller coaster, if you're having the highs and the lows, just let them flow, you know, let these emotions flow and see where they take you, you know. These are real feelings, they're there for a reason, and, you know, see where they take you. That's the best advice I can give you, because, you know, self-medication and trying to hide these emotions with drugs, it's just never going to work. It never worked for me, it's never worked for anyone else. You know, all it does is cause its own set of problems, and the problems that it causes are a lot worse than the problems that it solves. So look, I'm going to carry on with my walk. I've another 2 hours or so to go on this, and I want to get back to I haven't been to this house yet, so I don't know what it's like. I'll do a couple of videos and show you around the house later on. So anyway, until next time, have a great day, stay safe, keep the alcohol out of your mouth. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards. Take care. All right.